Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Rosie and if you're new here please do subscribe. So today I'm doing an unboxing of the LaCie Rugged USB-C 4TB hard drive. So I bought this because I'm a photographer and I've obviously started doing YouTube this year as well. And I have a lot of content on my hard drive that I already have. The one I already have is also 4TB and it's getting full, so I thought I would buy this one and put all of my photography work onto this hard drive so it's all in one place. I think at one point I'll buy another one for my YouTube videos and maybe another one for personal videos and start using these instead of my other one. The one that I currently have is one that you plug into the wall and then plug it from there to your laptop. So it's a bit bigger and I think it was cheaper when I bought it, but I think actually this is going to be my new thing to use because especially if we go travelling this would be great. In terms of storage, it's small and it's compact and I think it's meant to be quite a good hard drive. So the reason I went for this one in particular is because I saw Catherine Manning talking about it on her YouTube video. I think this is what she uses for her YouTube videos. She puts all of her content on the hard drive and then edits straight from there. So none of her content goes onto her computer first. And then also my husband Jeremy bought one recently for him and for his data, I guess, and he said it was a really good one and he recommended it as well, and obviously he's super into tech so I thought he would know what he's talking about. So like I said, I got the 4TB because I have about 3 terabytes I think worth of photographs from my dog photography, yoga photography and just people like families, babies, maternity, all that kind of thing. I've done a lot of photography and I kind of want to keep it all in one place, so I went for the 4TB. I think this was $154 and it was only an extra $20 to get the 5 gig, so maybe I should have done that, but never mind, I got this one instead. So yeah, I'm just going to unbox it and see what I think of it, what it looks like, how it's boxed, all the good stuff. So I'm going to open it up with you. This is what the box looks like. It's bright orange, which I think is quite good because it's kind of easy to spot, I guess, in your bag. A lot of tech things are black, so I guess it's quite good that it's orange and bright. So it comes like this. And then this is how it comes all packaged up together. So if we separate that, so this is the hard drive. It's quite heavy. It's heavier than I thought it would be actually. And this is it. So it's got this orange, like protective thing that goes all the way around it. So I guess you can take that off if you want to, but I'm not going to. I'm going to leave that on there. And it's got the logo on the front here. It's got the cable port at one side. And then that's it really. And then this section, so I guess you open up the back and it's got 2 cables. That's interesting. I wonder why it's got 2. So it's got 2 cables. This one is USB and this one is USB-C. So this one is good for Macs, which is great. And then it's just got some paperwork in there as well. So I'm not going to bother looking at that. I'm going to pop the other things back in here that I don't need, so that can go in. So I do keep all of my boxes just in case I decide to sell it or in case I have any problems. I do keep boxes for a little while. So I'm going to keep the box under my bed just for storage and keep that away. So something I will say, even this was $150, I know that hard drives can be expensive, but getting a good one is really, really crucial because I had a hard drive that actually crashed a couple of years ago and it has all of my very first photo shoots on there. So from when I started photography in 2016-ish, probably before that, it's got all of my very first photo shoots on, and even though I don't need them or use them, it is quite nice to keep all of your photographs. And because it's crashed, I can't get the data off there at the moment. I'm hoping that if I leave it maybe a couple of years, then I will, you know, there might be some new technology that can get the data back. I don't know, fingers crossed. So even though it's expensive to buy hard drives, I do really think it's worth it because knowing that your data and your photographs, videos, whatever it is, are safe is so important, and it's so nice for like peace of mind knowing that you've got everything backed up like once or twice or even 3 times. So it was a little bit of a spend, $150, but it's going to be so worth it knowing that I've got my photographs backed up twice. In case anything happens to my other one, at least I've got everything on here as well. So yeah, that's one thing. Jeremy has just said to me that I need to install this and format it or something. You can't just plug it in and go. So I'm going to let him do that and then I'll talk to you afterwards about what we did and the process and how long it takes and all that good stuff. So Jeremy just formatted the hard drive for me. It took about 2 minutes in total. Basically we found it a little bit hard to plug this into my laptop. You have to really make sure that it's pushed all the way in so that this bit touches your laptop. It went in easy in Jeremy's and then we put it in mine and it kind of wouldn't go all the way. We had to really force it in there. So that's something to note because it wasn't working with me. I obviously wasn't pushing it in far enough. So make sure that when you use this, you really do make sure it is in properly. And then in terms of setup, I kind of videoed what we did, so I'll leave that on screen here while I'm talking about it. But we basically pressed the start here icon once we plugged it in. We registered with my name, well, my first name, last name, email address, and I don't know, a couple of other things maybe. Downloaded some sort of protection thing, I think. And then he formatted it to be compatible with Mac. I think what I'll do is I'll write down a kind of like step guide in the description box down below, just so that in case you get one of these, you can do it. Because if I was on my own, I'd have plugged it in and I wouldn't have known what to do. It's only because Jeremy was here that he knew how to do it. So for anyone who's like me, who's not super tech savvy, so for anyone like me who is not super tech savvy. Oh my god. So for anyone like me who is not super tech savvy, I will leave that in the description box. Just a kind of step-by-step guide to show you what to do, because I just thought you'd plug it in and use it. But it was a little bit more complicated, although it only took 2 minutes. So it's not hard, but it is just a couple of things you need to do before you start. So I'm going to start using it now. I'm going to start transferring some files over, and I think I'll come back maybe later today and give you a little bit of a first impressions review and how quick it is, if I enjoy using it, if I think it's good. So I'll be back later. So it's been a couple of days since I last talked to you about the LaCie hard drive. I've been uploading my photography, as in like my professional photography photographs on here. I think I've used about 3 terabytes and it's a 4 terabyte hard drive. So hopefully there's enough space there for the rest of my Miami duration, like my photographs that I take whilst I'm here. So I did actually put a little sticker on here with just a note of what's actually on the hard drive, because I think I'm going to be purchasing a couple in the future. I would like one for when we go travelling and one for my YouTube videos and other things that I have on my other hard drive. But so far I've enjoyed it. It did take about 12 hours to transfer about 1.5 terabytes, which I know is a hell of a lot of data, but it did also take a long time. But I'm not sure if that was because of my old hard drive and uploading it onto this one, or if it was this one that was slow. But honestly, I mean, it was a hell of a lot of data. But so far I'm happy with it. So I've figured out now how to plug it in properly, because I know I was saying that I found it really hard to plug it in, and also to unplug it, it was really difficult at the beginning. That seems to be getting easier now. I like the size of it. I don't mind that it's orange. This seems like it's going to protect it a lot for like bumps and, you know, dropping it, things like that for travelling, which I think would be awesome for a lot of people. But the main thing is honestly the size. So I'm going to compare it to my other 4 terabyte hard drive that I have. Like I said, it does have a cable. It's one that attaches to the wall and it's quite big. But this is them next to each other side by side. So this is, I'll link it below. I can't remember what it's called, but I'll link both of these below. Both of them are good, don't get me wrong. I just feel like this is better for travelling or for working on the go, if you often work in cafes, things like that, or I think just to have a spare, you know, like a backup. I think this is great because it's small and it's affordable. This is great for something if you have like a home computer and, you know, you want photographs of the whole family on there that people can go and access, and it's kind of a good all-round just to sit and stay in one place. That's initially why I got this one anyway, because I thought it'd be great just to have it sit in one place, but then obviously now we're going to go travelling, so I probably don't want this one anymore. I think I'll keep it and keep data on there and keep it at my parents' house or at Jeremy's parents' house, but probably switch to using these as well, so I have everything backed up twice. That is one thing I would suggest. Like I said earlier when I was previously talking to you, I did have a hard drive that broke and I've lost all the data, so I'm now trying to kind of back things up twice at least, maybe even a third time, we will see. But I feel so much weight off my mind having these, my professional photographs, on here, because if this ever breaks, I really don't want to lose them all. So now I have them backed up twice. That's awesome. I just need to do the same for my travel photographs and anything else that I've kind of got lying around on my hard drive that I want to make sure is absolutely safe. So yeah, generally I'm super happy with it. I think it's great. I think it's really affordable. The size is amazing, like I said, in terms of if you go into the office or if you work from cafes or going travelling, it's really great. I like that the cable's quite small as well. Sometimes these cables, like this one, the cable to plug in, obviously because it's meant to be sat on the floor, it's a super long cable, so even if you did want to take this anywhere, it's just a lot more, and then this cable plugs into the power. So it's just a lot bigger and a lot more cumbersome and a lot more things to carry, whereas this is great, and the lead length is great as well, the cable length. So yeah, that's the end of this video. If you liked it, please give it a big thumbs up if you found it informative, and if you're going to buy one of these, let me know down below in the comments what you're going to use it for. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe for more videos, and I'll see you very soon. Bye!